Hello, and so in today's video, I'm going to be sharing just a small, simple thing that I do in some of my group coaching videos that helps the Zoom be a little bit more professional. And this works. I've done it for the whole, when you've got multiple, like 50 people on, you can still do this. It's just on a smaller scale. I'm going to share with you how when you are talking, you don't have to have everyone in the screen. You can also, because as you know, Zoom this particular day, we had 3 people that were not on camera. It's not going to pull it in. So sometimes when you're having a conversation between 2 people, it just looks more professionally done when you can have it look like this versus like this. Let's get started. Okay, this section is the section where we are sharing the screen, and this is the section that the coaching and the chatting starts. So what I did is I split the clip. So to split this, we would either push down on a Mac. It's push down on the trackpad with 2 fingers, and you can go to split here, or you can see it's the command button and B, or you can come up here to modify and then down to split clip. And then what we're going to do, okay, so now that I just split a little section. You might be wondering, why did she split it right there? The biggest thing is we want to copy this. So again, we're going to hit Command C for copy. And make sure you're in between these 2 pieces here, and you're going to hit V to paste it in. So paste is Command V. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this front one and we're going to pull it up on top. Now make sure it's aligned so that, you know, if we have it like this, the talking will be off. We want it exactly aligned. Then we want to keep the volume of the bottom and come to this top. And then we want to just pull the volume down like this. So there's no volume. Next, we want to still make sure that this is selected, right? So we're working on this clip. And what we're going to do is we're going to come up here to the cropping tool. And what we're going to do is, let's move this out of the way. We're going to take this and we're going to shrink it down so that it is only covering the person that we want to highlight. And then here is the thing. Obviously, if we just wanted to do that, we didn't have to do this extra piece, right? But here's what's really cool. And you can, you know, this is just a little hack. I'm sure if there's someone out there that maybe knows an easier way, but this is how I have always done it. Then what we're going to do is we're going to still make sure we're clicked on this. And then we're going to come up here and hit the box. And if you click down on the left-hand side, there's a little drop down. We're going to want to click or select on picture and picture. Okay, so next what you're going to want to do is come down here, and we've selected the bottom, right? And so now what we're going to want to do is select the crop to fit again. And now, because we really want to hone in on the 2 people that are speaking, right? And since I'm the presenter in this, I'm going to choose me. Now, again, you guys, someone may have an easier way, but this is just how I found it to do it. Then we want to come back up here, and we're going to want to select on it. Okay. And then we're going to want to come back up here to the cropping tool, and we're going to want to select the person again. Sometimes it does that where it changes. Sometimes it'll stay and other times not. So then if that happens, just make sure if you're like, oh, I can't move it, go ahead and click on this box again, and it'll bring up the picture in picture, and then you can move this anywhere it is that you want it. And let's just say for now, because see how there's a lot of room, you can still go back and fix it. And so let me show you how to do that. So let's just set this picture in picture here, come back down to here, right? And then we're going to take this cropping tool and we can pull it down even a little bit more if we choose. Let's go there and then center it. So you just kind of drag it, okay? But I know she's going to be on, so I want to leave a little bit more room for her so it doesn't cover my face. Okay, so then now I can go back up here and remember whichever one you're playing with, just make sure it's highlighted or selected. So now, as you can see, there's less room. So I can click back up here. And then again, see, just make sure when it's highlighted, then come up here. So then you can actually move it around and make it bigger. So then we can do that, this, and click OK. Now we could do one of two things. We could either highlight over here and do the same thing as this, but since I did this edit, I don't want it jumping because it would be hard to make it perfect, right? So what I'm going to do is just highlight over here and hit delete. And then I'm going to take this and I'm actually just going to pull it all the way out so that it's, you know, and you can also shorten this down as well and just do that so it pulls all the way out. Okay, and then we're back to just one solid piece. And so right now, what we're going to do is come back here and then I'll show you. Okay, so let's pull this out and just highlight over this and drag it. Now I believe she talks to about right here. Okay, so here is where it is. We're going to go ahead and split that. And then I'm going to drag this. And actually, we're still having a conversation here. So I'm just going to take this and carry it over because really I'm talking to her. And now here's the choice. This is all about how you want it to look. You could actually just snip it here and go into the presenter just talking, or since we're having a dialogue here, I'm actually going to keep hers and mine up there. But let's just say right here, I did want to actually see how this gap, this is where we could, maybe there's a time where you have done this and it's like, oh gosh, there's a big gap. I mean, this isn't very big, but I just wanted to show this in case you needed to do this. What we're going to do is clip it here. And this, you just make sure don't move the slide down around too much or you'll have to redo it because you want to keep it lined up. But this is small, but I can still show you how you can do it. So again, push the track down. We hit split clip. Okay. I'm gonna, and again, I think there's some shortcuts to this, you guys, but I'm just showing you how I do it. Come over here, press down and hit split clip. Now we got to make sure before we do anything else, we do exactly to the top, because if not, even if it's slightly off, you'll be able to tell the way that they're talking. So delete the highlight over this piece and delete the top one first, because if you delete the bottom one, it's going to munch these two together and it'll mess everything up. But remember, if you do command, I believe it's command Z, it will undo things, or you can come up here to edit and you can hit undo delete. You can just keep back going over, undoing your work here, or redoing, undoing and redoing up in the edit tab. Then we're going to highlight over the bottom, hit delete, and now that little piece is gone and your thing is still lined up. You don't want the volume on both of them. You really want to have just one of them having the volume. So then, and you can always put a transition in this, but I usually won't. Is on that. You know what, Mags? So then there's that. And then what we're going to do is go to where It goes into someone else talking. Okay, so I know it ends here, and this is just a little bit of giggling, so I'm going to cut this out. So here is what we're going to do. We're going to click on the bottom, and again, we're going to split this. So again, Command B will split it, and just shorten this so it's exact. And I'm going to take out this. Actually, I'm going to leave this in. So this is the fade tool. You can just highlight over it, hold it down, and pull it like this. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to come over here where I know the laughing is kind of over, and then go, make sure it's selected and hit delete. And then we can go into our transition. And make sure when you're done, just that you come back over here. You're going to want to go up to the top to the crop, and you're going to want to hit fit again. Okay, and then you're good to go. And now you can, if like for this instance, someone else starts talking, so we just repeat the process. Or you can always, if you don't want this double overlay, you can always just crop by simply coming up here, hitting crop to fit, and let's just say the other person is talking, so we can put it right up here and hit OK. All right. So I hope this helps. And please comment below if there's ever any questions that you guys have on iMovie. I will be, just give me some ideas on what you need. Have a great day, and we'll see you in the next video.